This is Kim with Geauga Firearms Academy. Thanks for watching. Today we're going to be checking out the Bodyguard 2.0. I was actually at the range doing a lesson, and another student of ours, he was there, and they said you have to check out this gun. And I have tried the first Bodyguard and I was not a fan, so I was like, oh, okay, let me try it out. And actually, I was surprised by it. And so I asked if I could borrow it for a review, so let's check it out. The first thing you're gonna notice about this when you see it, and you can't tell, I don't think you can see through the video, how small this thing is. It is so tiny. I wanna go pew pew when I hold it. It's 5.5 inches long, it's 4.1 inches tall, and it's 0.88 inches wide. The gun is like a very small M&P 2.0. I'm going to put some B-roll up there to show you it next to its big brother. I'm also going to put it next to my carry gun, which is the SIG 365 XL, and you can see the size difference. We're going to put pictures up here. We're actually going to show a 10-year-old holding a Bodyguard 2.0 versus Neil holding the M&P 2.0 4.25, and then we have Neil holding the Bodyguard 2.0. And if you notice, we're not inside the studio today because we have actually two big projects going on. One with laser ammo, so if you haven't checked out the short, you can get a sneak peek of what we have going on down there. So all of our lights are all moved, so I'm out here. Luckily, it's a semi-decent day, but some cool features. They added some texturing here to the mag release, and man, that steel magazine really flies out of there. They also added texturing to the takedown lever, so it's really easy to hold on to. They have a nice semi-aggressive texturing here on the back strap and on the front strap, but they left the sides where you would actually carry pretty smooth, which is smart. So it's grippy, but it's not gonna rub on you too much. They make two different models, one with a safety lever and one without. This one is the one without it. As of right now, they don't come optics ready. It's such a small gun, I don't know if there is a red dot that would fit this. However, the sight, it has a nice bright orange front sight that's easy to find. I'll show some up close pictures of it. So let's just see if this is the 1-380 I actually like. So let's go and shoot it. In case any of you guys are wondering, we're shooting blazer ammo today. I did read some people say online that they had trouble loading it to capacity with some ammo. No problem this time. I loaded it all the way up. By the way, these are 10-round magazines. So this little itty bitty gun is holding 10 rounds. So let's give it a go. So that time it did lock to the rear. The time before it didn't. I think it's just so small, your hand accidentally touches the slide lock slide release lever. So that time it did work. Yeah. This magazine, just like my SIG, you really have to send it home because if you don't, it looks like it's in, but it's really not. So one thing to note. There we go, that time we got it.
Okay, so I'm gonna do my best here to attempt to shoot this guy. I'm not gonna really give you my opinion on this. I don't think it's really super valid. It's not a gun for me, obviously. 380 is not for me. If you were to say I'm gonna shoot this gun in 380 because it has less recoil than a 9mm, you're completely wrong. This recoil is more than a shield or a SIG because there's more mass to it. I don't believe that there's anybody out there that cannot, the shield or the SIG, the original SIG, the little guy, is so big that you can't conceal it, so you need this. But nonetheless, let's give it a shot. I'll run this 380 here. I'm only going to shoot this one hand. It's the only semi-safe way for me to do this. It is a very bizarre feeling. I kind of feel like back in the day when the Men in Black first came out. Remember the noisy cricket, that little tiny gun, but it had like this humongous laser or something. This doesn't have that. It's just a little tiny gun, but it's kind of funny. So we're gonna do a little bit of an accuracy, I guess, to see here. I'm about 5 yards from the target. See what we think here. All right, come on, let's go see what we're at here. This is clear. Had a little couple flyers. It is a hard gun to manage, being one-handed. But no excuses. It's not a bad gun. I think it's extremely accurate. I mean, as far as the capability of the barrel itself, if you were to put this in a rest or something, it's as accurate as any gun with a whatever inch barrel this has. I would say it's more accurate than some of the revolvers I've shot with a similar sized barrel, and the trigger is night and day better than any revolver that's not like some custom hopped up special made. So any of those little little tiny 38 specials, this is definitely a better shooter as far as that goes. It's definitely going to be thinner than that gun. People complained, I guess Kim was saying that it was hot up front. I just shot the gun. This is cold. There's nothing, I don't see this getting any hotter than any other gun from my experience. The trigger is very, very good. It's just like they literally got the shrinking machine and put a full-size gun and shrink it down. The trigger is very nice. It's just, again, 380, and it's just way, here, as a reference, I mean, it's just way too small for me. If you are extremely small statured person, maybe this is the ideal gun for you. I don't know, but it does shoot really well.
Lock to the rear again this time.
Hold on.
I just wanted to get a close-up of the triggers. We have a trigger safety, as you can see there. So as I press it back, it has a real defined wall and a nice crisp break. Let's see the reset. Let's see, here's the reset here. And then we have the break right here. Overall thoughts after shooting it, we put about 150 rounds through it altogether. It's actually a really good 380, honestly. I was shocked. The trigger's great. The sights are nice. Like Neil said, it's like a small M&P 2.0. So if you are a very small person and you're looking for a really small gun, I honestly recommend going out and checking it out. The price is good. The size is super easy to conceal. The only two issues I did notice were that sometimes its slide would not lock to the rear on the last round. And then you really have to send that magazine home, but that's an issue I also have with my SIG. Besides for that, I had a great time shooting it. We hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, please give us a like, a thumbs up, a share, a comment. We always like to hear from you guys. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe here on YouTube. Also coming up, I have some really cool concealed carry videos. I am working on a big project, so stay tuned. You can find us here on YouTube. You can find us on Facebook, on Instagram, and we put all of our premium content on Patreon. Until next time, remember, it's always better to be judged by 12 than carried by 6.